Time now to turn it over to Sean Quinn with our forecast. Sean?
Hi there, Tracy. Well, a beautiful afternoon as we close out the last Sunday of August 2020. A little bit of haze out there. That's indicative of the marine layer kind of lingering around the region. And of course, with that marine layer, temperatures were once again really mild for the most part. Beach communities, some beaches actually staying on the cool side through the morning hours and then finally eking their way up into the high 60s by the afternoon. Ojai only 87 degrees. A little bit warmer as you headed farther north into Paso Robles at 98 degrees. But look at the beaches of Pismo Beach when you have to really almost have to bust out the calculator to see the difference between the two. Really remarkable to see that much of a difference, but that's very normal with our coastal valleys, or I should say our inland valleys being far enough away from that marine layer that you just don't have the effects, so you get very, very warm. 60s right now across the coastal plains and into the foothills. It starts to warm up into the 70s and still a lovely 80 degrees in Ojai and only 82 in Paso Robles. You're likely getting a little bit of a sea breeze coming in from the north down through the Salinas Valley, so that's helping to cool you down just a little bit. Onshore flow is anything but out of the range of normal, just a nice steady sea breeze helping to put in all that nice moisture at the lower levels. Of course, when we see this right here, we know that's our indication that the marine layer will start to work its way in over the next several hours. If it's already not in your beach community, it will likely be there very shortly. Good news is up to our north, they're also getting a lot of this onshore flow, which is helping for some of those fire around those areas of the Napa Valley area and as well down towards Santa Cruz. Right now, we're still seeing just a really quiet forecast, a very quiet pattern, but then as we head into next week, as we start to go into about the middle of the week, we're going to watch this area, which we refer to as the Four Corners High, start to work its way just a little bit to the west, and as it does, that's going to allow us to start to warm things up. So there it is right there, starting to expand, and as it does grow, that above normal temperatures that we see just to our east will start to push back out toward the west coast. We'll start to get very warm. There is a little what if. Possibly we could see the marine layer kind of holding its own right along the immediate coast, and maybe that'll bring down temperatures a little bit, but either way, we do expect to see a warm up, possibly injecting some monsoon humidity. And of course, if the marine layer does decide to retreat really far into the ocean, then everybody right out to the sand starts to get very warm, and we could see some returning heat advisories and heat warning issues as we head into about the weekend and toward Labor Day. ISELLE is going to start to factor in, possibly bringing in some of that high pressure driven moisture known as the monsoon flow. And when we look at the tropics, it gets pretty interesting because things have been so busy this year, especially in the Atlantic. There's the remnants of ISELLE. We're going to have to watch that closely, but as we go over into the Gulf, still quiet around where Laura was, but then could see a system developing off the coast of Florida and the Carolinas over the next day or so. And then as we head down toward the south into the Caribbean, look at this. There's another area of something that's interesting. This is the Lesser Antilles. This has a chance of developing, and there might be more coming off the coast of Africa. So we're going to be watching this very closely over the next several days. And there's our marine layer as we kind of pound through it into the Monday morning. Look at that. It's socked in. As we fast forward toward Tuesday, you're going to notice not much change, and that's because, again, we're on sort of a mild pattern right now, and then about Wednesday, Thursday, we start to transition back the other way. And as far as temperatures, we'll go ahead and see if we can get that going right here. We'll go into the 80s and 90s inland tomorrow, and you can guess it, as we fast forward to Tuesday, look what happens. We see a similar pattern with the beaches being about where they were on Monday going to Tuesday, and the same thing as we head into our inland areas. Not much change through Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we start to go up at least a little bit, maybe a lot, as we head toward the latter half of the work week. Smoke is still going to be a factor, especially, I pulled this out, but look at how much California is really getting hit with some bad air quality. Luckily for us, we're on the low end of it, but to our north, there's still those fires around Big Sur up towards Santa Cruz and the East Bay of San Francisco that we're going to be affecting our weather with that haze and smoke. Tomorrow's temperatures for your area looks like a nice day across across the area. One more time, we're going to be watching mild conditions for the most part, very seasonal. Another great day expected. Could even be a little bit on the heavy cloud cover for the morning hours for those beaches, as we're not getting a whole lot of clearing until you get to about the noon and the afternoon. Surf is a little small now, but looks like we'll be picking up throughout the latter half of the week, and maybe even something significant out of the southern hemisphere by Labor Day. And there's your forecast. Again, looking for the heat as we head toward Labor Day, and then more so as we head toward the weekend and into Labor Day. So we're looking for the warmth. So all areas are going to definitely warm up. We'll stop on beautiful Santa Maria right there, and look at that. Boy, the computer says it's going to definitely get warm. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.